Okay. So good morning. Next, the topic is the functions of cell membrane. What are the functions of that cell membrane? So cell membrane, it is involved in the process of endocytosis. The name itself indicates that meaning. Endo means enter into that inside. So engulfing means take into inside. Or ingestion means that is also same meaning. Engulfing or ingestion of bulk substances into the cell by this cell membrane by means of which one means invagination process. So what is this invagination? Invagination means the structures are which are formed to inside. That is called as invagination. So here the endocytosis process, it is classified into two types. One is pinocytosis process, or otherwise that is called as cell drinking process. So here engulfing the substance in the form of fluid or otherwise liquid. So here if you observe, this is the cell membrane, this is the liquid substance or any otherwise a fluid substance. How it will be enters. Now that engulfing of the substance in the form of fluid or liquid is called as cell drinking or otherwise pinocytosis. Now the process was explained by Lewis scientist. So according to him, so this is that cell membrane. Now this is the outside of the environment of this cell membrane. Now here, for example, we used to drink any kind of cool drink or otherwise any liquid, we have to take. How it will be entered? On this cell membrane, what happened means some special kind of protein receptors are present. We discussed yesterday, cell membrane, it is made by means of cell membrane, it is made by means of phospholipids as well as proteins. Some protein receptors are present. These protein receptors are absorbed these entire liquid. During this moment, what happened? Slowly the cell membrane it folds to inside. It folds to inside. So whenever it folds to inside, now a invagination or a bag-like or a sac-like structure is formed. Into this one, the entire liquid will be enters. After the entry of the entire is liquid, this cell membrane is pinched. Okay, whenever it will be pinched, it pinocytosis, where the cell membrane it engulfs the material in the form of liquid. Now it is otherwise called as pinosome. Otherwise it is called as pinosome. So this is the process, engulfing that food materials or anything in the form of fluid as well as liquid. Now the protein receptors absorb this liquid. Now during the process, the cell membrane it forms infolds, invaginations. Later on, whenever it will be attained a particular structure, now that cell membrane will be pinched. Now the form of these structures are nothing but called as pinosomes. So that is the process of pinocytosis or cell drinking. Next, another process, phagocytosis. Phagocytosis. It is otherwise called as cell-eating process. It is otherwise called as cell-eating process. Now the process was explained by Metwin Kraft, scientist. Here, what is the phagocytosis means? During this process, engulfing that substance in the form of liquid, in the form of solid, engulf substances in the form of solid particles, That process is called as phagocytosis. For example, this is the cell membrane. Look at here. Within this cell membrane means within the protoplasm, nucleus is present. And for example, here another cell organelle is present. LS means that is nothing but which one means lysosome. It is a cell organ. What is the function of this lysosome? In the lysosome, what happened means different kinds of digestive enzymes are present. Different kinds of digestive enzymes are present. Now here, this is the cell membrane. Outside that substances, they are in which form means solid in form. They are solid particles. These solid particles is absorbed by these cell membrane. During the process, what happened? Same story. Now the cell membrane, it shows invagination. Now all that solid particles enter into that cell. Okay. Later on, what happened? Pinching will be takes place. So after that, this is formed. It is combined with vacuole and formed as food vacuole. Now this food vacuole, the entire this structure means the formed invagination structure from the cell membrane is combined with vacuole and formed as food vacuole. Look at here. Further, this food vacuole, it is combined with whom means lysosome. Now, whenever it combined with that lysosome, finally it will become which one means phagosome. Now, whatever the food is there, okay. Now you think so. These are the food vacuole. Now, due to the presence of digestive enzymes, now the entire food. For example, we are consuming food, solids as well as liquids. If the solid particles is enter into that cell, they combine with the vacuoles, they form as a food vacuole. The food should be digested by the digestive enzymes. Now this is the food vacuole. It has to be combined with whom means lysosome. In the lysosome, digestive enzymes are present. They can digest that food materials. This process is called as phagocytosis or cell eating. Ingestion of the food in the form of the fluid is called as cell drinking. Ingestion of that food in the form of that solid is called as phagocytosis. Now, it is a Metwin Kraft explain this process of phagocytosis. So here, when the phagosome is formed, here the cell membrane they are having some separate chemicals or otherwise some separate protein receptors are present to form these phagosomes. Now, this process is called as endocytosis.
Yes, I coming to class. Explain from first.
So I recall that concept once again. Listen carefully. The functions of the cell membrane. Okay. Endocytosis. The name itself indicates the meaning. Something should be entered into that. So engulfing. Engulfing means kept inside or ingestion, take inside. Engulfing, ingestion of bulk substance into the cell by means of cell membrane due to the formation of invaginations. Invaginations means formation of the foldings inside. So during this process, one of the process explained by Lewis scientist. Now the process is called as pinocytosis or cell drinking. Now engulfing that substance. Now this is that cell membrane. Here, your food particles is present. Now the food, for example, here it is available in the form of fluid. Now initially the cell membrane, it absorbs by means of protein receptors. Due to this one, what happened? Cell membrane, it shows foldings to inside. The entire these fluid substance, whenever it is reached, further this cell membrane is pinched. Now this process is called as pinocytosis or cell drinking process. Next, the another process is phagocytosis. So where the food or otherwise the particles or the substances are entered into the form of fluid or liquid. Whereas in phagocytosis process or cell eating process, now engulfing that substance in the form of solid particles. So if the solid particles are entered, they bind with the vacuole, they will become as food vacuoles. Now they are nothing but which one here? Phagosomes. Now here they are having the food molecules in the form of solid particles. These solid particles should be digested now. Hence what happened? These solid particles structured. It is combined with the lysosome. In the lysosome, digestive enzymes are present. All the food will be digested here. That will be the endocytosis process. Next one, exocytosis process. Exocytosis process. Look at here. In the engulfing process, especially in the phagocytosis, this is our cell. Okay. It take inside cell debris. What is the cell debris means? When the cell is going to be formed, all the structures are not clearly formed. Okay. Now they are formed incompleted. Hence that is called as cell debris. So they take that cell debris. Some of the cells will become old. Now, when the cell will become old means it is subjected for a senescent process. It means it will become aged. So the aged cells, they cannot properly function. So these aged cells also will be taken to inside. The cell debris will be taken to inside. Now finally they are digested by these digestive enzymes. That is the meaning. Not only the food particles, whatever you take, they are entering into that inside. Inside that cell means outside there is a cell membrane. If any cell debris is there, if old cell was with the cells will become as old. Now everything will be digested by these digestive enzyme contented lysosome. It is involved in the digestive process. Before it starts its function from outside to inside, that substance will be entered in the form of solid. Now they formed as here which one? Phagocytes. Okay, so that is about endocytosis process. So one is cell drinking and another one is cell eating. One is pinocytosis, another one phagocytosis. Next one, exocytosis. The name itself indicates it sends the particles from cell to outside. That is called as exocytosis process. So here, when metabolism takes place, metabolism takes place, metabolic waste which is formed throw out of the cell through cell membrane. So look at here, if any function will be happening inside this cell, for example, mitochondria, you are doing respiration. Chloroplast, for example, you are doing the preparation of the synthesis of food. Now, ribosomes, it can carry the synthesis of protein. Lysosomes, they are doing that digestive system. So during this process, okay, some finally end products and byproducts and metabolic products are formed. But it is not useful for the cell. They have to send towards the outside of the cell. So what happened here? When they were formed, this cell membrane, it is also initially shows a invagination. Now, it will be formed as pinch, or otherwise they are directly these metabolic waste thrown out from this cell. The process is called as EPPHAGY. EPPHAGY. EPPHAGY means metabolic waste thrown away from that cell by means of this cell membrane. That is called as exocytosis. That is called as exocytosis. So one is endocytosis is completed, another one is exocytosis is completed. Now, yesterday we discussed the cell membrane is made by means of phospholipids as well as proteins. Now, the cell membrane, it is formed as sheath-like structure on flagella as well as cilia. So what does it indicates? In the formation of the flagella and the cilia, this plasma membrane is involved. That point we have to be remembered. Now that the cell membrane, it shows that pseudo movement for WBC cells as well as fibroblasts. They are showing that pseudopodia movement for white blood cells as well as fibroblasts. Now the cell membrane, okay, it is involved in transportation of the ions or any substances, solvent as well as solutes, without using metabolic energy. Now their movement is passive. Now the cell membrane, which uses the metabolic energy by means of this utilization of ATP, that is active transport. So now the cell membrane, it is protect the cell actually also from outside the environment, especially for animal cells. Now animal cells is lack of which one cell wall. Directly we are having this cell membrane. Now the cell membrane, it is useful for entry as well as exit of different kinds of ions which are involved in the metabolism process. So we have to take here some proofs during in these active transport, whether they were used the utilization of ATP or not. For that case, we have to know about these membrane proteins. Yesterday I was already told on this bilipid layer, proteins are present here and there in mosaic style. Okay. During in the membrane proteins, some separate proteins are present. These separate proteins are called as carrier proteins, or otherwise they also called as tunnel proteins. So during in active transport, this is a cell wall. This is our friend. This is a cell membrane or plasma membrane. All these plasma membrane which are present means are present. This is one. This is second one. This is third one. For example, this is the fourth one. Look at it. This is your protoplasm. So in protoplasm, already some ions are exist as well as 85 to 90% of water, inorganic compounds, organic compounds. So many things are present. Now here, these carrier proteins, they are showing that transport. These transports are two types. One is uniport transport. Uniport transport. Now this is the plant cell. Now imagine. Now the plant cell already it absorbs water from soil, water molecules. Okay. It is also absorbs different kinds of which one ions, nitrates, and as well as sucrose. Okay. And as well as calcium ions, as well as sodium ions, etc. So already here some amount of nitrate ions is also present. Some amount of sucrose is present. Already exists calcium ion as well as sodium ions. But the thing is here, whereas here calcium ions outside this cell, here it is having. Here calcium ions is 100. Here they are 50. Here they are 100. Okay. Sucrose, for example, here 20. Here they are 40. Nitrates, here 10. Nitrates, here 200. This is the situation. What is the logical application? Whereas in the passive transport, as well as through this directory membrane, the momentum of that ions will be takes place from high concentration to low concentration. So that's why gradually what happened inside the protoplasm, more concentration is present compared to that external side. Who is the compared to the external side? Or your soil, or otherwise outside of this cell, wherever it was living. So during this process, now the momentum of these ions will be takes place from low concentration to high concentration by utilizing which one ATP molecules. Hence the transport is active transport. So all this has to come to inside of the cell. So during this process, one of the enzyme is involved. The enzyme which is involved, here it is called as ATPase. Where the ATPase is present? ATPase is present in the cytoplasm, adenosine triphosphate. Whenever adenosine triphosphate it is dissolved in water, now it gives rise to adenosine diphosphate as well as inorganic phosphate. During the process, for one ATP molecule, it may be either 7.3 or 7.6 kilocalories of energy is liberated. By utilizing this energy, what happens means, whatever the protons are present in the protoplasm, they take their movement from inside to outside. So uniport means ions movement. They will take from inside to whom? Outside, or otherwise outside to inside. That movement is called as uniport. So what happened? All these H plus ions. So all the H plus ions movement will be happened from protoplasm to the gap between the cell wall and the cell membrane. It will be utilized by means of ATP molecule in the presence of ATPase enzyme. This movement is called as uniport, and the carrier protein is called as uniporters. So here who is utilized? ATP molecule is utilized. Hence, this is called as primary active transport. Primary active transport. Primary active transport. What is the tendency of these protons? These protons are involved in the metabolic system. They are involved in the formation of ATP. They are moving from one cell to another cell. So they are involved in all these metabolic system. They always move from high concentration to low concentration. But whereas here they are utilizing which one? ATP molecule. Through whom? Carrier protein. By utilizing ATP molecule. Hence, their movement is uniport. Uniport transport means the carrier proteins which are involved in the momentum of ions either inside to outside or otherwise outside to inside. Hence, their movement is called as uniport movement. So later on, what happened? So all these are our colleagues, these are the relatives you are requiring to the cell. Directly you are not having chance. You have to move always along with these H plus ions. H all they are present outside this cell membrane. So now across this membrane, look at here. Across this membrane means around this cell membrane whose concentration is more, H plus. So these H plus are doing different types of the functions. Now H plus ions once again they will enter from outside to inside. So when their movement will be takes place, so what happened? Whenever, for example, now it is so this is the cell membrane. These are the which one H plus ions. So in between these H plus ions, a energy is developed. That energy is called as PMF, proton motive force. They are called as proton motive force. So these H plus ions. Okay. Now next the topic is co-transport. Co-transport. The name itself indicates transport with another co-passenger. That is called as co-transport. Now here two ions. It is anion as well as cation. Both are moving in one direction. Both are moving in one direction. So here H plus ion. Next NO3 minus ion. Next H plus ion. Next sucrose ion. Now their movement is coupled with another one. Not only the protons are entered here. Proton is coupled with another one and enter from outside to inside, from their low concentration to high concentration by utilizing which molecule? ATP molecule. This is called as transport, co-transport. In the co-transport, further there are two types. One is symport. Sym means club. We will together enter from outside to inside. Co-transport means two ions. Movement will be takes place from outside to inside. So symport means both together, anion and cation enter from outside to inside through these carrier proteins. So that is called as which one? Symport. Next, another kind of port is there. The another kind of port is antiport. Now here the movement will be happened in which direction? Opposite direction. One will be entered. For example, if H plus ions will be entered from outside to inside. Now the excess of that, for example, sodium ions is there. Now there are excessive is there. Now we have to send to outside. Now the sodium ion is moving to outside. Now here both are not moving in the same direction. Both are moving in which direction? Opposite direction. Now that is called as antiport. So on this plasma membrane, different kinds of that carrier proteins are present. These carrier proteins, one type is involved. The shift of these ions from either inside to outside or outside to inside, their movement is called as uniport movement. So during this process, by utilizing the ATP molecules, all the proton ions are moving from protoplasm to outside. So when they are accumulated around this cell membrane, a proton motive force takes place. Due to that, once again they are trying to from outside to inside. When the movement will be takes place, they are coupled with another one and enter. Now the two ions are entered in the same direction, anion and cation. Now the moment is called as symport. Now the same charged bodies, for example, H plus as well as sodium ion, their movement is not takes place in the one direction. You are entered into the house, your brother is going to outside. That movement is called as antiport. So to run all these things, who is required? ATP is required. So to get this ATP inside that cell, where these ATP molecules are generated. Okay, I will send the CAM scanner copy. Okay, so in a respiration process, when respiration takes place in the mitochondria, ATP molecules is formed. That is the concept. Whenever ATP is formed, this ATP is utilized to do various kinds of functions or works. For example, here we will take one of the work is absorption of ions by utilizing these ATP molecule. So the scientist was experimentally proved it is one of that algae. Now the algae name is Nightella. Now this is the blue chart. This is the Nightella. In the Nightella, mitochondria, as usually a cell organ is present. In the respiration process, who is formed? ATP is formed. So, Nightella, you are basically algae. Where this algae usually resides, algae you are aquatic in environment, you can reside in water. Now, this is the water. Okay. Now Nightella, it lives in water. So experimentally, he was allowed some amount of K plus ions. For example, here 1000 K plus ions is in the external solution. Look at here. Observe my diagram. Now Nightella, mitochondria, respiration, subjected in ATP. Now this is the cell membrane. In the cell membrane, who are present? Carrier proteins are present. By utilizing these ATP molecules, all the K plus ions, they were absorbed into that Nightella algal filaments. No K plus ion is there now. Why? Because means it absorbed each and everything. Now here 1000 K plus ions is there. Later on he was added another 50 K plus ions. So during this condition, now what is the ion movement? They have to move from high concentration to low concentration. But here the low concentration, here 50 is there. That 50 is also absorbed. Why? Because means I am having the energy, I am having ATP molecules. Now my movement will be happened here to absorb the ions from low concentration to high concentration. Hence, that movement is called as the active. So for your absorption, accumulation of the K plus ions, now who is utilized? ATP molecule is utilized. Okay, this is experimentally how it will be confined, whether it is involved or not. Towards these Nightella algal filaments, the scientist was added cyanides as well as azides and subjected for the Nightella algal filament high concentration of carbon dioxide. And he had more amount of a phytohormone like abscisic acid or high concentration of carbon dioxide or a pinch small amount of cyanides, azides is added. Look at here. Now you think so. Now this is the green chalk. Cyanide is added, or otherwise azides is added. So when all these chemical compounds will be added, what happen means mitochondria cannot properly subjected for respiration. Whenever respiration is not takes place, Q is not formed, ATP is not formed. Now he was added another 500 K plus ions. On this third condition, is it absorbs? No. Why? Because means inside you are not having that ATP molecules. Hence, that process absorption of these ions actively will be carried out by that carrier proteins from low concentration to high concentration by utilizing these ATP molecule. So that is about the plasma membrane. Okay, and tomorrow Monday we will start cell organelles. Okay, along with that one, biomolecules will be also start. We will take another one extra class for botany on Monday onwards. I will discuss with the principal and we will inform on Monday. Okay, now I will send the functions of that plasma membrane a scanner copy. I will post in the group. You can connect that.